chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Detroit Lions. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set! Blue 60! Hey, watch that!
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Blue 60! 58, come on! Get the ball!
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Stafford. This complete to Jones. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes that and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Back to throw, Stafford. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Easy, alert! Easy!
On 1st down, Swift. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Haskins. And this is caught by Curse. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Ricky Ortiz. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action with Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's going to be brought down on what will... After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curve. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things. Drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Complimentary football, but, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that is force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
Guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And get him down as he's inside the 40. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Monday.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that is what's going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Stafford now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Get ready. Hey, give me a radar. Lady.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Stafford now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Omaha, ready to move. There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I'm scared.
Stafford looks to throw again. Jones has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to wind up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always...
That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
To throw is Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 41, Haskins. He's got his man. It's Curse. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Washington Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another in. Adrian Peterson. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Bravo!
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Hey!
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on second down. Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Stafford. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now Haskins to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
The give to Peterson out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center that knows, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Haskins on 1st down. Got a man, that's Quinn. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for the Lions. 68 yards on the ground. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, 22! 80 weapons!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On on second down now. Swift, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Detroit! T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run? And he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Your trip is here.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 40. Hey. Baby.
Throwing now is Haskins. Then Latimer's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Kill. Hey, motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hand behind.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. From midfield, he's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.